Mabuhay! A pleasant day, Miss Emmy Patambang. Today we will discuss to you our topic, the financial management in MICE. By the way, my name is Kairi Octaviano and we are the Group 2 from Bstm 4C. And now let me introduce to you our topic, the MICE industry. It is encompassing meetings, incentives, conferences, and exposition. It is a growing segment of global business tourism. It facilitates business growth, knowledge exchange, and networking across industry. Successful MICE events rely on strong financial management including budgeting, funding, and sponsorship. These strategies ensure cost control, revenue generation, and risk management while maintaining quality standards. This video report highlights key funding strategies in MICE focusing on budgeting, sponsorship, and financing to ensure the success and sustainability of business events.
Hello and mabuhay! I am Trixie Bilbran and I will discuss to you the key components of financial management in MICE. The first one is budgeting. A budget is a projection of earnings and outlays to determine the amount of money required for the events, to establish the monitoring systems for the events, preparations, and executions. It is well-planned budget essentials to event success. Here's the activities that should be analyzed as follows. Number one is the specific activity to be undertaken. It is also to identify and describe the exact tasks or activities that you planned for the event, and such as venue rentals, catering, and entertainments. And for number two, the estimated cost of each activity, that you can list all your expenses associated with carrying out your activity, and that will help estimated your overall budget needed. And for the number three, the benefit of each activity, to assess the value of advantage of your activity that will bring to your event, such as enhancing guest experience or generating revenue. And the number four, the income from the activity, is to estimate any potential revenue generated from the activity, such as a ticket sales and sponsorships, and also the merchandise. And for the number five, the necessity of the activity is to evaluate how essential the activity is to the event success. And for the number six, the place of the activity in the budget priority. It is a rank the activity in terms of how important and ensuring the most critical tasks that prioritize in the budget allocation. And the number seven, how the expenditure of the activity can be monitored. It is a setup of a system to track and control spending for the activity to prevent overspending and stay within the budget. And for the last is how the income will come in and how certain it is. It is to identify the sources of income that in your event, for example in ticket sales or sponsors, and evaluate the reliability of receiving those funds on time. Here's some examples of budgeting for your events, and that you can list all the expenses for your activities or events. And the number one example is the awards banquet, and the number two example is music festival. So for the next topic, we have the budgeting tools, the software. Under the software, we have the Microsoft Excel. The Microsoft Excel widely used for creating detailed budgets and tracking expenses, and also to generate reports. And also the Google Sheets is a collaborative alternative to Excel, allowing the multiple users to work on a budget simultaneously. And the third is event management software. The tools like Cvent, Eventbrite, and Aventry offers budgeting modules specifically designed for event planning. And for the last one, the financial management software. It is a QuickBooks, Zero, and Sage provide comprehensive financial management solutions, including budgeting features.
Mabuhay! I am Janelle Alaise Patawe, and today I will be discussing the best practices and challenges in budget management. There are 9 best practices in the budget management. The first one is the detailed planning. This means making a complete list of all the expenses that you expect. Think about everything like the venue, the food, the advertising, and even the money for unexpected problems. When you plan in details, you should avoid forgetting anything important. Number 2, the accurate estimations. Look for the past events, do some research, and ask the suppliers for the quotes to predict cost accurately. If you know what things cost before, it's easier to plan your budget now. And number 3, regular monitoring. You should keep checking your spending to make sure you're not going over the budget. And if you notice a problem early, you can fix it before it gets worse. And number four, for clear documentations, you should write down every payment you make and keep the receipts. This will make your finance clear and easy to review later if there are questions. Number 5 is contingency planning. You should set aside extra money for unexpected costs like repairs or last-minute changes. This will help avoid stress if something goes wrong. And number 6 is the communication. You should talk with everyone involved about the budget. Make sure they know the limits and understand what's expected to avoid confusion or overspending. Number 7 is the use of technology. You should use budgeting app or software to handle calculation, track the spending, and create the reports. This saves time and reduces the mistakes you can make in your budget management planning. Number 8 is the supplier relationship. You should build strong connection with your suppliers. When they trust you, they may offer discounts or better terms, helping you save the money. Lastly, number 9, review and adjust. You should check your budget oftenly. If the actual cost change, update your plan to make sure you stay on the track. There are 9 also challenges you can encounter in the budget management. The first one is the overruns. Sometimes things cost more than expected. For example, you may forget to include delivery fees or extra services, causing your budget to go over. Number 2 is changing the requirements. If someone asks for changes like a bigger venue or more decoration, it can increase the cost and disrupt your budget plan. Number 3 is economic fluctuation. The prices can go up due to inflation, or the cost of imported goods can rise because of the currency changes, making your original budget insufficient. Number 4 is vendor reliability. If a vendor cancel or deliver a poor quality goods, you may need to find a replacement quickly, which would cost more. Number 5 is the sponsorship uncertainty. You might not get the sponsorship money you were expecting, leaving a gap in your budget. Number 6 is the compliance and the regulation. You may need permits or follow certain rules that add extra costs you didn't plan for. And number 7, stakeholder expectations. Your client or team members may want high quality services or extras that don't fit within the budget, creating a pressure. Number 8, resources constraints. Having a few people, time, or tools to manage the budget can lead to error or delay in decision making. And lastly but not the least, the 9, technological challenges. Learning to use a new budgeting tool or software can take time and money, especially if the team needs extra training.
So now, let's move on to the next topic. I am Jiro Abawag and I will discuss the definition of funding in the context of MICE events. So for the definition of funding, it refers to the financial resources allocated to be able to support and enable the organization or management to successfully execute an event. This can include sources such as sponsorships, grants, ticket sales, exhibitor fees, and investments from stakeholders. So funding is crucial to cover expenses such as venue rental, logistics, marketing, speaker fees, and other operational costs. And let's now move on to the types of funding sources. So the first one is the internal funding. So under the internal funding, there is the retained earning, where this is the amount of profit a company has left after overpaying all of its direct costs, indirect costs, income taxes, and its dividends to shareholders. Next is the depreciation reserves. This fund source is established by a business for expensive items that depreciate over time and where it must be replaced. We also have cost savings or restructuring and cash flow from operations. So the cash flow from operations is the section of a company's cash flow statement that represents the amount of cash a company generates or consumes from carrying out its operating activities over a period of time. And the next is the external funding. And under the external funding, there is the sponsorship agencies. So these are the organizations that provide financial support in exchange for promotional opportunities. The next type of funding sources under the external funding is the business agencies. These are the companies or organizations that may offer funding services or partnerships to events aligning with their business interests. Next is the professional institutes. So the professional institutes may sponsor events that is related to their industry to promote professional development and networking. Next is we also have the hoteliers that can also provide financial contributions or in-kind services like venue provision. Next, heritage agencies. So heritage agencies may fund events that promote historical or cultural awareness. And then next is the local or national charities. So this type of funding source is a non-profit organizations that might sponsor events aligning with their mission. Next is the voluntary agencies, where they are also a non-profit organizations that rely on volunteer services. Lastly is the National Lottery, where funds generated from national lotteries are allocated to support various events and projects. And that is all for the external funding.
So for the first one, we have franchising. So franchising is a business model where a company allows others to operate under its brands for fees. One of the example is fast food chains like McDonald's. Second is ticketing, selling tickets for events or services to generate income. Example of it is concert tickets for a music festival. Next is entry fees, charging fees for access to venue or events. One of the example of it is admission to a theme park. Fourth is fundraising, collecting contributions to support a cause or project. Example of that is charity marathons for disaster relief. Fifth one is donations, a voluntary contribution without repayment expectation. So the example of that is donation to a non-profit organization. Six is programs, offering activities or services for a fee. Example of that is membership for a gym or online course fees. Seven is raffles, selling lottery tickets for a chance to win a prize. The example of that is school raffles offering gift baskets as prizes. 8 is souvenirs, selling merchandise related to events or organization. An example of that is t-shirts from a music festival.
And for the next topic, I will be discussing a topic that affects us all, the challenges in securing and managing funds. Whether it's personal finances or organizational budget, effective financial management is crucial to achieving stability and success. Let's explore these challenges and the solutions that can help us navigate them. So the first one is budgeting and planning. So budgeting and planning is the foundation of financial management, but it's often easier said than done. Many individuals and businesses struggle to create accurate forecasts for income and expenses. This can lead to overspending and financial shortfalls. So for the solution for that, regularly review and adjust your budget to reflect changes in income and expenses. Next is use budgeting tools and software to track spending and identify areas for improvement. And next one is for businesses, involve multiple departments in the budgeting process to ensure accuracy and buy-in. So for the next challenge, we have managing debt. So debt can quickly become overwhelming, especially with high interest rates and multiple repayment obligations. Without a clear strategy, financial strains becomes inevitable. So for the solution for that, prioritize paying off high interest debt first. Consider debt consolidation to simplify repayments, and develop a repayment plan tailored to your financial situation and stick to it. And last one is for companies, maintaining a healthy debt to equity ratio is essential for long-term stability. So for the next challenge, we have cash flow management. So a positive cash flow is vital for covering expenses and seizing opportunities. Yes, unexpected costs or slow revenue can disrupt liquidity. So for the solution, we have monitor your cash flow regularly, build an emergency fund to cover unforeseen expenses, use cash flow forecasting tools to anticipate future needs, and for businesses, optimize inventory levels and manage receivables efficiently to maintain liquidity. So for the next challenge, we have investment decisions. So investment decisions can drive growth, but poor decisions in this area can lead to significant losses. Making informed choices requires market knowledge and careful analysis. So for the solution, we have educate yourself on different investment options, seek advice from financial advisors, diversify your investment to spread risk, and for organizations, establish a robust investment strategy aligned with long-term goals and risk tolerance. Okay, so for the next challenge, we have financial literacy. A lack of financial literacy is one of the most significant barriers to effective financial management. Without a clear understanding of financial principles, it's easy to make poor decisions. So for the solution, we have dedicate time to learning about financial management principles and practices. Next is take advantage of educational resources, workshops, and online courses. And for the businesses, provide employees with financial literacy training to enhance their decision-making skills. So for the conclusion for that challenges, while financial management comes with its challenges, these obstacles can be overcome with the right strategies and tools by staying informed, planning effectively, and seeking support when needed. We can all take control of our finances and build a more secure future.
I'm Mary Jane Bordan and my topic is sponsorship. So what is definition of sponsorship and its role in MICE? Sponsorship in MICE involves financial assistance from organizations or individuals to an event for marketing purposes. Benefits for event organizers. Number one, we have financial support. Sponsors provide cash contributions that help cover operational costs such as venue, equipment, marketing, and logistics. Number two, minimize financial risk. Sponsorship reduces financial uncertainty by securing external funds or resources, which helps organizers manage budgets effectively and avoid overspending. Number three, we have enhanced event quality. Sponsors often contribute product services or expertise that improve the overall experience of attendees. Number four, we have increased event scope. Sponsorship allows organizers to scale up the event size and reach larger venues, advanced technology, and more participants. Number five, we have improved credibility and reputation. Associating with well-known sponsors enhances the event's prestige and credibility, attracts a wider audience, media attention, and industry recognition. Number six, marketing and promotion support. Sponsors often help in promoting the event through their own marketing channels, such as websites, social media, and email lists. And last is access to networks and partnerships. Collaboration with sponsors creates opportunities to connect with their business networks, including suppliers, clients, and partners. Benefits for sponsor. Number one, we have brand visibility and recognition. Events provide a platform for sponsors to display their logos, slogans, and products. Number two, audience engagement. Sponsors can interact directly with event attendees through product demonstrations, giveaways, or samples or promotional booths. Number three, targeted market penetration. MICE events attract specific audiences, providing sponsors access to niche or target markets, help sponsors connect with high-value decision-makers, professionals. Number four, lead generation and sales opportunities. Sponsorship creates opportunities to gather leads and increase sales through direct audience interaction, offers platform to promote new products and services. Number five, enhance brand image and reputation. Associating with a successful or prestigious event improves the sponsor's brand credibility. Aligning with an event that shares values strengthens their corporate identity. Number six, business networking opportunities. Sponsors gain access to industry stakeholders, potential partners, and collaborators. Expands their professional network, fostering long-term business relationships. 7. Cost-effective. Marketing sponsorship is often more cost-effective than traditional advertising methods, provides measurable ROI through audience engagement and lead generation. And last is competitive advantage. Sponsorship helps differentiate a brand from its competitors, showcasing it's an industry leader creates unique brand experiences.
Mabuhay! Good day, Ma'am Amy. I am Arnemine Cristina Almagres, and today I will be presenting the types of sponsorship. Our first type of sponsorship is financial sponsorship. It is a monetary support or help from businesses, and may it be public or private individuals, to cover the expenses of an event. This monetary support may also include venue rental, catering, audio and visual equipment, and marketing. An example of financial sponsorship is last January 10 and 11, the fourth year tourism students of Cavite State University Silang Campus held their 2 days MICE event. And on the first day, it is all about showcasing the talents and skills of first year, third year students. And for that day, for day one, they receive a sponsorship from the office of Silang Mayor, which is they receive a LED wall and also a runway for their fashion show. So that is an example of financial sponsorship. And as for the second type of sponsorship, it is an in-kind sponsorship. This one is a non-monetary help or support from businesses or individuals who owned a business. Through this sponsorship, the event organizers and the sponsors will benefit from this one. For example, a catering services would like to provide or would like to provide the food and beverages for a specific event. But in return, the event organizers or the event should promote their business. And that is what an in-kind sponsorship is. And that's all for the types of sponsorships.
Mabuhay! I'm Jerlyn Claire Jonas and I will be discussing strategies to attract sponsors. So, strategies to attract sponsors. Attracting sponsors is essential for securing financial support and ensuring the success of your event or organization. Here are several strategies to help you attract sponsors effectively. Number 1. Research potential sponsors. Identify the companies whose goals and target audience align with your event or organization mission. Look into your existing network and supporters as they may be potential sponsors or can introduce you to others. Number 2. Tell your organization's story. Craft a compelling narrative that highlights your mission, values, and impact of your work. A strong story can resonate with potential sponsors and demonstrate the value of partnering with you. Number 3. Provide sponsor incentives. Clearly outline the benefits sponsors will receive, such as brand exposure, access to your audience, and opportunities for engagement. Tailor these incentives to meet the specific goals of each sponsor. Number 4. Offer customized sponsorship package. Develop tiered sponsorship options that cater to different budgets and objectives. This flexibility allows sponsors to choose a level of involvement that suits their needs. Number 5. Leverage your existing network, utilizing your personal and professional connection to find potential sponsors. Building a strong relationship with your network can open doors to sponsorship opportunities. Number 6. Demonstrate value with data. Use data and metrics to showcase the potential return on investment for sponsors. Provide information on your audience demographics, engagement level, and past success to build confidence in your partnership.
Continuation of interconnected between budgeting, funding, and sponsorship. Sponsorship. Di ba may idea naman kayo about sponsorship? Ito yung maghahanap kayo ng sponsor para mabawasan yung gastusin nyo sa isang event. But it can also help the event to reach other promotion opportunity. Kung may other opportunity or other event in the future, pwede nyong magamit yon or may gusto pa kayong idagdag or promote na other task sa event na yon. Overall, helpful yung paghahanap ng sponsor. Yung sponsorship contribute either in two ways. First is financial support, yung money. Second is in-kind service. Pag sinabing in-kind service, hindi man sila makapag-provide ng certain amount money, Pwede naman sila magpahiram ng ibang service like car, and L3 or magluto for free ng food or magpack ng mga goods or grocery na mabibigay. For example, Game of Thrones, meron silang budgeting, funding, and sponsorship. Siyempre, yung budgeting, dito mapupunta yung mga marketing materials. Dito nila inallocate yung resource. Funding naman sa Game of Thrones, galing sa government tourism budget, tulong ng government. Sponsorship sa Game of Thrones naman, businessman yung sponsor nila. Siyempre, sa mga businessman, magiging visible promotion sa campaign and promotion efforts. Like may mga movie na pinapakita, like Coffee, parang pinopromote nila yon, in return, papakita sila. Interconnected silang tatlo para maging successful yung isang event.
So let's talk about how budgeting, funding, and sponsorship are connected and why they are crucial for planning a successful event. Budgeting is about planning how much money you need and where it will come from. It helps you figure out costs like venue rentals, catering, and advertising, as well as how much money you expect to earn from ticket sales or sponsors. Without a proper budget, you might overspend or run out of money, leaving important parts of the event underfunded. So for funding is the money you use to make the budget plan work. It can come from ticket sales, grants, or sponsorships. Without enough funding, even the best budget won't help, as you won't have the resources to cover all the planned expenses. This could result in cutting back on key elements, making the event less appealing. So for sponsorship are especially important because they provide extra financial support. They allow you to improve the event with better venues, special activities, or high-profile speakers, making it more successful. So budgeting, funding, and sponsorship work together. Budgeting creates the plan, funding provides the resources, and sponsorships enhance the event. Without budgeting, you can lose control of expenses. Of course, without funding, your plans can't happen. These elements are deeply connected and vital for success.
Overall, MICE event management join on strong financial strategies including the budgeting, funding, and sponsorship. First, budgeting sets the foundation by estimating cost, allocating resources, and controlling finances. Second, the funding through internal sources, grants or revenue streams like ticket sales, and brings budget to life. Third is the sponsorship complement this effort by reducing financial risk, enhancing event quality, and engaging audiences. Balancing these elements ensures successful, profitable, and sustainable events. For instance, the Mobile World Congress exemplifies how integrating budgeting, funding, and sponsorship creates impactful events, both economy and industry. Alright, this is the end of our topic. Thank you for watching on our presentation on financial management in MICE. We hope you found it interesting and insightful.